All right. How we doing today, man? I had a weird dream last night with Matthew McConaughey in it. He signed my phone for whatever reason. Um, yeah, so I don't know. That's why I started the video with that. If you guys know, you know, but I don't know, man. It was a weird dream. Anyways, besides that, man, we had a winning day, I guess you could call it. Not gonna lie, a little bit tricky day for me to navigate. We'll go over we'll go over that. I had a perfect bias coming to the day. I had a perfect read on price, but some things made it a little bit tricky for me to trade. So we ended up making $52 on the XFA. We took quite a few trades, but it kind of doesn't do it justice because I entered a few trades, entered a trade, realized it didn't close, closed it right away, and then thought it closed again on the next time, didn't close it again. So it's like I had two trades where it was just like boom, boom, right? But we had like 7 trades. But this 7 trade day was better than this 7 trade day. And I'll go over why, although it's like, it's pretty much the same. But that brings us this week to almost even. Yay. Which been a just lackluster, boring month. But that's not the point. The point is to keep getting better each day. And why were we bullish today? Well, we had sold off immensely yesterday and down 600 points. What are we looking for? We want to see some sort of reach back up into equilibrium of this range, which is where we're headed. Really, to here, honestly, we could just see this range of yesterday's open. And we're about to hit equilibrium, lines up with this liquidity pool right here, is a very important part, this 1 hour gap and this big 4 hour balance. So that's why I was bullish. Why else? We were in this new week opening gap that we retraced all the way down to equilibrium of this range. And on the higher time frame, we're bullish, right? We have the SMT here at these lows. We've been expanding up, and we have a lot of room to get to equilibrium of this range. So a lot of stuff stacked. Could expect some sort of relief after yesterday's sell-off unless the market was super, super bearish. But into the day, I didn't have a super, super strong bias. I just wanted to see how things played out. So what happened? We swept out yesterday's low, or yesterday's overnight low. When we opened up, we had a big opening gap, came down, we put in a low. Market comes down and takes this low out, right? So at this point, I'm hands off waiting. Okay, cool, this is manipulation, turns out to be. But we end up filling the new week gap off open, right? This is the first candle, 9:30 right here. Filling this new week opening gap, finally reaching into a 4 hour bullish gap right here. And then at that point, we are starting to become off to the races. So this is the low from overnight. We come down, manipulate London low and Asia and London low, and we end up, so we end up sweeping this low right here. We put in this big fair value gap. We trade into it. We trade lower. We have a fair value gap here. This would have been the best entry today right here. If you took this inversion right here, or best entry for inverse models, if you would have taken the inversion fair value gap right here, get in right here, stop below this low, you go break even at this high, it would take a lot of patience and a lot of skill to not go break even early. Because if you do go break even early here, you get stopped out break even. But if you held and then went break even after, you get a move back above, you go break even, put your stop here, would never have been tested again, came back down, and you would have been trending up the rest of the day. That would have been the best possible entry, a sniper entry, or you could have got this change of state delivered right here on the 1 minute, but that's a little bit cherry picked for me. That's a little bit aggressive for me. So what was I looking for? I wanted to see this gap get inverse. That's where I was going to take my first trade. Otherwise, I wasn't going to take a trade. I really like this. I really like this come down here. I really like this rebalancing this fair value gap and holding it very strong. I really like the fact that we got this big, nice close above, made this order block that we never retested. I also like that we inversed this 5 minute gap right here. So this could have been your entry, this 5 minute gap right here, getting inversed. I didn't take that. I wanted to see the 1 minute because we still had this whole 1 minute gap that I wanted to see get filled. We had this nice wick off open that we could target. So we still had a lot of room above this 1 minute to go break even, to take profit, and then to reach higher. So I was waiting, and I'll pull up the video now because this is where it gets frustrating. And I'll kind of just walk you guys through, man. This is an 11-minute video, and obviously I'll speed through it, but this is an 11-minute video where we didn't get a trade. So I was about to get in. I was setting the bracket, kind of just looking. It was decently big risk, but because we hadn't rebalanced yet to this 1 minute gap, I would have to incorporate my stop loss in this entire imbalance, not just the inversion. So I'm saying, cool, let's just see what we get. Let's see if it closes. And I was ready for it, and it didn't close. So I was like, cool, I can't get in. I couldn't get in. It didn't close. I wanted to just say, screw it, let's get in. But I didn't, because that's not my rules. And luckily I didn't, because then it put down a bearish candle. And then I said, okay, cool. We'll take it if it just becomes an order block, right? We'll close above, we'll get the order block, and now we'll have even more protection, and it's even better, right? Cool, even better. Looks really bullish. I'd actually rather us do this. I would rather see us rebalance into this 1 minute gap and then get an order block with a 1 minute tap, with another 1 minute tap, with an inversion, with highs above. I would rather that than just get the first two candles come up and close above, because more likely than not, it's not just going to keep going. It's going to come back down and do this anyways. So I want to see this happen first. So I'm saying, cool. We just tapped this 1 minute gap. This is even better now. Now I can have even tighter stop loss. This is just even better. I could have my stop loss now below the midpoint of this fair value gap now. So I would have a little bit less risk. So it didn't close above there. And at this point, I'm like, okay, cool. This candle, if it closes above, we get the order block, we get the fair value gap tap. We really dug into this fair value gap. This is great, everything I want to see. And it doesn't close above. Doesn't close above, and look what happens. It just rips within a second. Just rips to here. I don't remember when exactly, but I was like, okay, cool. I'll just take it now if it closes around here in the next 46 seconds. And then, boom, a rip. And I was bewildered. I was absolutely shocked, because that was my trade and take profit / break even point. And I'm not gonna lie, man, it made me upset. It made me pretty upset, because I was trying to be patient. I was waiting for my setup. I had the bias right. I had everything right. But because it didn't close, even if it just gave me the order block, it didn't close. It didn't give me the entry. Yeah. Didn't give me the entry. And there was no trade. But it's always, 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 always frustrating to see it do that, man. And right in front of you, it's like, oh my gosh, I could have had this. So that is what happened. I don't start these recordings until I put a limit order in the middle of this fair value gap, and I ended up taking off because I was like, okay, I can't just chase price. But I end up, did we take any trade on here? No. And I end up just, what was I saying before that? Oh gosh, I forgot what I was gonna say, man. Wow. Yeah. Oh yeah. So these days are frustrating, because it's like, it's so close to giving such a great trade, because this is exactly what I want to see. We run the low. We start getting a buy model. We hold here. We don't really know yet here at this moment when we see this. But when we get the displacement, when we pull back to the fair value again, and then we get an order block and an inversion and this, right? Cool. That's a trade I take a million times out of a million. If it closed a few 3-4 points higher right here, I'm getting in and I'm hitting a banger trade every single time. That's where I started to get a little bit antsy, looking for opportunities. At this point, I was waiting. Nothing here. We almost run the high, and then we don't. And at this point, I'm waiting for this 5 minute gap to get filled. I want to see us pull back to the 5 minute to have a move out of it. Right? If we look at the 5 minute, it ends up holding really well. Why is this the important one? Well, it's just the most recent 5 minute should hold. And I really, really liked that I liked this draw on liquidity, these relative equal highs. I like those more than I like this one. Why did I like those more? Because now we actually know. We have the confirmation that we've displaced higher. We have the relative smooth equal highs over here as well. We have the buy model starting. This was the accumulation, manipulation, and distribution leg. So this is exactly where I want to be in price. This is exactly what I want to be looking for. Especially when we do this, fail to take it out right when 10 o'clock opens. This is 10 o'clock open. We manipulate lower. We put in the wick of 10 a.m. And now we're in the 5 minute. At this point, I'm now looking for any opportunity to go long. The first one, and the reason why I closed a few of the trades right away was if we pull up the executions here. Right, we got 2 real quick here and then a third trash one, fourth trash one. I was just chasing price through here because I was being emotional. That was like 4 of the trades, or like 5 of them maybe. But I'll pull up the video in a second, or maybe not. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. But okay, so this was the first one. I got in on this. I couldn't really see that didn't close above because of everything going on my screen. So I got in on this candle. If I would have just held, that would have been fine. But then when I zoomed in, it didn't actually close above. So I was like, I don't really want to lose on something where I didn't really follow my rules. So I closed it right away for small loss. And then I got in again on like this candle or something because I was like, I got in again and I closed it again. I don't know. I was doing some weird stuff there. And then whenever we inversed this 15 second, I got in. And then I was like, I don't really like that one for some reason. I'm going to close it. I was just being emotional, man. I was just being emotional. That's all I can say. Let's pull up the video and watch it. This is the one? No, that's not the one. Okay, here we go. So, yeah, we spam a bunch of trades in this time here. Right here, so let's see it. So we end up getting in on this one. We get in there. We got in, filled, boom, and then starting to lose. And I'm like, okay, all right, I just close it. Because I didn't think we closed above. So I was like, okay, cool. I'm going to get out. And then it starts running up, and I'm like, okay, actually, you know what? I like this. Whatever, cool. I don't want it to run without me. So I get in probably again like right here. I would assume. Probably get in. Oh, we got in, yeah, because we inversed the 15 seconds. I was like, okay, that's good enough for me. And then I'm like, oh, wait, but the 30 second didn't inverse, so let me wait, right? I was going back and forth on what my confirmation was going to be. And if we just took the 15 second, we've been fine. Okay, it's starting to run. Oh, my gosh, it's running. I got to get in. Chasing price. No. Again, I could have left my stop there, and I actually would have been all right and gone break even. It would have been like a break even trade. But, again, just being emotional, being quick to pull the trigger, just not really following my plan well. And at this point, I think I closed this trade for a small profit to cover my loss. I cover my loss there. I'm even. But then I was like, why did I get out of the trade? Because it actually looks good at this point now. We got the change of state delivery out of it. We have these inversions. We have like a little buy model happening right here. This is market maker buy model fractal. So I'm like, okay, we had this 15 second. Let me just put my stop here. Let me just target this. And now I'm just chasing price fully just chasing price, not trading well, right? This is the reality. I'll show you guys always the reality. So we just close that one out and then we get back in because who knows, right? Who knows, right? I mean, I know why I did it because I was chasing price, because I was emotional, because I missed my earlier trade, or didn't miss my earlier trade. I did well discipline-wise to not get in the trade. So I said, cool, I don't like that opportunity, or I can't enter. It didn't give me my confirmation. And then it ripped, and then when I had an idea for the next trade, all I was thinking about is that next opportunity. So at this point, I think I ended up getting this trade around for break even, and we end up waiting. We drag our stop loss, and we break even again now on the day. And I'm like, okay, cool. If we get the change state there, and we don't, and then do we take another trade in this video? And we do. Why do I take this one? I think it's a 1 minute gap. It is a 1 minute gap. We get a 1 minute inverse, which again, this isn't too bad. We get in, stop loss, whatever. And then it comes down, and then we manage this one not really that well. What do we do here? It closes below. We close below the inversion right here. So I was like, cool, I should close it, but let's see if we get a pop. Now I trail my stop loss to where we should have closed the trade, if that makes sense, right? Because a close back below, you should get out of inversions. So I was like, okay, I'm going to leave my stop loss right here because technically that's where I would have gotten out if I closed the trade. Starts running up. And this one, I'm not actually too upset about going break even really quick because, again, this should be technically a loss because it was a close back below. So I was like, I'm just going to take break even if I can get it, or I'll leave my stop at where I would have closed. And yeah, it would have been break even regardless, but that was the last trade there. So that was a really rough set of trades. Really rough set of trades. Then what do we wait for, right? We now have even more reason to believe in the model. We have even more reason to be bullish because we have equal highs right here. Equal highs, that was my break-even point for my last trade. We had this high, we had this high, we had these highs over here, and we had these equal highs. So I'm still really bullish. Like all my ideas haven't been bad. I've just been executing poorly, chasing price, being emotional. We come back down to constant encouragement of the 5 minute one last time, and we get a 1 minute fair value gap right here, which ended up being my entry. We get a 1 minute gap, we close right here, and that was my entry. How should I have managed this trade? I should have managed this trade at like this. Get in, stops below here, targeting this high, and we should have gone break even at these high, or go break even at this high, and yeah, whatever. What should I have done? I should have waited for the come up, put in a low, displace above the low, trail my stop, put in a low, displace above the low, trail my stop, put in a low, take profit, right? That's how I should have managed the trade. We'll pull up the video how I did end up managing it. But why did I still like this model? We were in a buy model. We were consolidating. This was right before 10:30, so the 30-minute was closing, which you can expect a manipulation. So we can expect us to start getting some movement after 10:30 or right at 10:30. We had a 1 minute gap. We were pulling back into this order block right here in a 5 minute balance still. This opening bell price, pretty much 9:30, 9:31 right here. Just an area that we've been using. And again, we were just generating liquidity. So I knew that if we broke that 1 minute and most importantly, this 30-second gap right here, I knew that we'd be off to the races. So I took the trade on the 1 minute, held, got through, and when we got this pop above, I end up trailing my stop. Here. Why did I do that? Because this was my first take profit if I had multiple contracts, because we had 1, 2, 3 highs. This would be a scaling point. I get in here. This is a valid scaling point. It's 25 points. It's above a 1-to-1. And that would be a nice scaling point. Nice to take some profits, go break even. And then you leave your runners to this high and beyond, right? This high and this high. I don't have runners on 1 micro, so let's just pull up the video and go over it. So we get into the trade. We get into the trade there because we got the 1 minute close. I didn't want it to just run up and not get the 30-second. So we got in. Missed out on a few points there because of the hesitation, but risking about 39 bucks. And if we would have held to that high, we would have made like 100 something bucks. Would have been nice, but we didn't. So then we hold through the trade. We hold, obviously hold, whatever. And then, okay, I really wanted to see us inverse the 30-second. Cool, we do right there. So I trail my stop a little bit, but then I was like, let's just give it some breathing room. Comes back down one more time, and then puts in another 30-minute or 30-second order block right here. I go break even at this point. Why? Why am I finally going break even here? Because we went into the trade, we came down, we held this 30-second, we closed above, came back down to this order block. Now we're closing above. We're running these highs. I don't want to see us come back down. This, honestly, a lot of times I'll go break even too soon. This is a time where for this model, I don't mind going break even here just because at this point we have one high that made equal highs with the blue line. We have another high here, made equal highs here. Another 2 highs here. I don't want to see us put in another high here and not run my break even point. So at this point, when we come above these highs here, I don't want to see us hesitate any longer. I want to see us get a pop through here and continue higher to my first take profit. So we get that exactly, and then my break-even safe now because we hit my break-even point. Cool, worked out in the end, and now we run through my target. It would only be $43, so I was like, I don't really want to take profit there. But then it shoots through it, and with 1 micro, right, I move my stop to. I was gonna target 50 points, and now I'm basically just 50-50 because I'm up $42, and then I trail my stop to 50 bucks. Should I have done this? Probably not, but I was like, okay, cool. I'm going to try and make $50 or 100, right? I'm not going to be willing to give up all that I'm up, right? The 50 bucks I'm up, the $56 I'm up, because this is my goal is 100, but I would be risking 50, right? If it came back down, stop me at break even, I'm risking $50 to make 100, which is fine. That's a 2-to-1. Or I can risk, I can risk nothing to make another 50. So that was my first take profit level, this blue line. I didn't want to make nothing on the trade because I have one micro. I couldn't scale, so I said, cool, I'm going to just trail my stop aggressively. In hindsight, that's this one today is different than yesterday's. Yesterday's, I fully love the idea. I locked my account right away because I hadn't been trading well. I fully love the idea of yesterday's trade where we took profit. I'm in love with yesterday's take profit. Today, what should I have done? I should have just been fine being break even on this trade because I should have believed in the model more. The reason why I should believe in the model more is because we had everything we needed. We stalled in this area. We finally get a displacement above. I should have just had my stop loss maybe below this fair value gap because I don't want to see this trade below, or just below this one and just trailing a little bit in profit and then just lock my account if it comes down. Because again, like I said, the way I could have managed this trade would have been, we get a displacement. Okay, I can't do anything yet. Just target 50 points. Wow, it would have been so close. But I was like here, so we got in like right here. So regardless, we would need that. So I could have got in. I could have waited for the move up. Okay, we can't do anything. There's no low in, no low put in. So we put in a high, we make a low, right? It's just basic TJR bootcamp stuff, right? Low, high, low, high, high, low, high, low, high, low, high. So what can we do? We can just trail our stop. Let's just say that this was our stop. We can do our stop at the low here. We can trail stop. So we're at break even. We put in this high. We come down. We put in another high. Okay, cool. Now I can trail my stop here. Now we put in a high. We put in another low. We don't know yet if it's going to come down and stop us out. But then we make a new high. And then we put our stop here. And then we hit our take profit, or we let it run. We come up. We put in a new low. And then we hit our take profit. And that's how I should have managed the trade and want to in the future. For sure. But today was a day where I was just really just getting chopped up with a good idea, right? So happy, very, very happy with the day. I mean, yeah, I wish I traded better. I wish I performed better. But you know that this channel, we're not going to do negatives. We don't do negatives. We do learning. We do reflections. We do hard work, and we show up each day. We don't do negatives. We don't bash ourselves. We don't say, oh my gosh, I'm such a bad trader because I did this. I have no confidence in myself. No. We say, what are we gonna tell ourselves today, right? I want you guys to practice this too. What are we gonna say? I had a great read on the market today. I did. I didn't even look for a single short. I didn't look for a single short opportunity. I didn't take a single short. I had a really good read on the market. I knew exactly what my targets were. My day is done after these highs get taken, by the way. My day would be done. I had a really good recognition. I had a great understanding of the market, what I wanted to see happen. I was patient on my first setup, that blast up right here, this thing that just ripped. I was very patient not to just FOMO in, right? I was patient there. That was great. I waited. I didn't chase an entry before here. I waited for a 5-minute to retrace. What could I do better? On this move up, I have to just believe in the trade more, or just not keep spamming trades. I can't get into a bunch of trades right here. I have to either get in down here or don't get in at all. All right, that's something I learned. Cool. What else did we do well? We got a really good last trade, right? And we held to the break-even point. We didn't just close out early. We could have managed the position better, but there's so many positives from today. I read price very, very well. Finding the reversal, spotting that this was a potential reversal, recognizing that this was exactly what I wanted to see. We didn't get it. Cool. We don't take it out. We generate more liquidity, realizing the model's still going. Very happy with today. That's, again, I only do positives. I don't do negatives anymore. Because we were green on the day. We found a winning trade. We learned from our mistakes. And we're building confidence. Like I said it before, but honestly, it's going to start being my quote or my thing I like to say because I really loved it. You're not trading bad. You're not a bad trader because I can't remember exactly what I said. It was something like you're not trading. You're not a bad trader. You're just building experience. That's all it is. You're not missing confidence. You're just building experience, and that's what it is. I'm not a bad trader. I'm not. I'm just trying to build my confidence, build my experience, get the reps in. Eventually, when you have all the reps you need, when you have all the experience, when you have all the confidence, it will all start piecing together. That's what I'm trying to work on here, is piece it all together. I'm not a bad trader. I'm not a bad trader. I'm just building my experience. I need more experience, right? More experience and more confidence. I can get in here with 3-4 micros. Take 1 2 off here. Hold the runner to 2 off here. Great day, right? I'm not a bad trader. I'm building my experience. I'm building my understanding. I'm building my confidence. And what did we do today? We built a lot of confidence in how we reprice. This order block even, look at that. This order block here, why is it important? This order block is super important because it is in almost equilibrium of that move up. If we go from this leg, it is in equilibrium. This order block, basically a good pullback, a good big pullback to the order block. Tap the inversion. Order block, boom, 5-minute fair value gap, displacement up. Come back down one more time. Finally get that inversion. 30-second looks even cleaner because we had just a pure, obvious inversion with equal highs as a break-even point. Fantastic day. Fantastic day. Yes, I wish I only took 1 or 2 trades. Yes, I wish my first trade won. Yes, I wish I held longer my trade. But I'm grateful for the things I did do well. I'm grateful for the things I learned. I'm not sitting here upset about only making $50, upset about not holding longer, upset about making XYZ mistake, because I got to learn, I got to show up, I got to come back one more time and gain experience. That's all it is, man. No more negativity, no more worrying about the things I didn't do right, because guess what? I'm going to journal it, I'm going to learn from it, and I got better today. Every single day that you show up with a good attitude and you show up with a willingness to try and be better, right? Even if you fall short, as long as you try and be better, you came in today and you won. Plain and simple. So, that's all I got for you guys today, man. I really, really appreciate all the support, man. The channel has been growing recently. It's been growing, man. It's really beautiful to see. And I really do appreciate every single person, I swear, every single person that watches these videos. I can't tell you how much it actually means to see comments that are like, hey, I got a comment yesterday. Me and my Discord, we all watch you after our trading session. Or I love to watch your videos during my psychology class. It helps it be less boring. Or I love to watch your videos when I'm driving home from school. Or it really, I don't think you guys realize, again, I mean, I talk as if I'm doing anything special. I have 3,000 subscribers, right? But I never thought I'd be a person that people would ever care to watch, right? Ever care to listen to. And the fact that there's maybe even just 10 people that genuinely enjoy watching my videos, genuinely enjoy me, it's crazy, man. And it reminds me kind of when I started watching TJR. Like, I like TJR, man. I don't really trade his style. I don't really learn trading from him anymore. Like, I grew up on that boot camp and stuff, and that whatever back in the day, like 2023, I was watching his TikToks in like January 2023, like a long time ago. And I like TJR, man. I don't like, regardless of stuff that's happened with 101, any different thing, man. I don't know. I don't get involved with that, but like the fact that all it takes is for me to just start posting videos online and start building a brand, a social brand, and kind of like make a name for myself. I've always wanted to do that, man, and I feel like I'm starting to start happening. I'm starting to, I'm still a no name in this space. Not really, maybe not in the YouTube space. Like, I feel like the YouTube space, but like I'm a no name. I'm not on TikTok. I'm not on Instagram. I'm barely on Twitter. I mean, like, I'm on there. I try and be active, but like I don't have any motion there. So it's like it's cool. It's cool to think that I can do that, and I really want to encourage you guys, because I need to encourage myself. I'm doing the YouTube. I post every single day, but it's easy. I want to start posting TikToks. I want to start posting Instagram Reels and stuff. I want to start like growing my brand, man, because It's fun. And I really do believe that if you have a desire to do, I've always wanted to do these things. And I think you just have to go for it. So again, I'm just taking a second to kind of try and motivate some of you guys, because if you've been thinking about it, don't worry about it. I used to always think, man, I'll never be TJR because I'll never have that many followers, or I'll never be entertaining like that. And you just become entertaining your own way. I'm not going to sit here and just do all the stuff he does where he's just saying crazy, weird stuff. And that's not me, man. That's not who I want my audience to be. I don't need all the... and I think it's funny sometimes. It's just not my humor. It's not something I'm going to joke about. Like, I'm funny in different ways. I'm not going to be funny just, twerking on camera or something. Like, point being, man, I never thought I would be entertaining at all. I never thought I'd have 100 subscribers. Again, I'm not sitting here with 1 million subscribers talking to you guys, but I just want to say, if you want to start doing something, don't judge. Don't put yourself in a box, right? When I thought about trading, when I think about trading sometimes, I will never be a guy making 10K a month. I'll never be a guy that hits $1,000 days. But I'm slowly having to reprogram, slowly trying to strip back those layers and say, you know what? I am going to be a guy that's going to do that. I am going to be a guy that can full-time trade. I am going to be a guy that can do $1,000 days, $10,000 months, all these different things. I am going to be a guy that can hit 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. Why? Because someone else can. And if somebody else can that's no smarter than you or me, then we can do it as well. Because why not? If you stop living in the mindset of why me and start saying why not me, you will understand that it is possible. Because I'm so close with my trading. You know how close I am to turning $52 into $1,000 days? Not that far. That's just making $200 across 5 accounts. That's $1,000 a day. That's like a dream. That's like something that just feels like it wasn't possible. It wasn't meant for me. But it is meant for me. It's meant for you guys too. And it's just belief. It's just showing up. I show up every day, man. I was watching my old videos last night just trying to get inspired. And I mean, I can't, like, when I used to have hair and I used to, but it was just, and I was watching some old videos from 10 months ago, and like some of the trades I was taking, the execution, I was still making simple mistakes, right, that I need to clear up. But I was doing it, man. I have the skill. It's just, the only reason it takes people so long to become profitable in trading is just your own mind. You guys are seeing it with me. This whole leg here, this is an unprofitable set of trades. This one right here, if I got in on this one, waited for this, and then held to here, that's a profitable trader. And that's where I need to get to. But what's holding me back? My own mind. It's just my own mind. That's all it is. There's no secret. There's no magic formula. There's no nothing. It's just me, myself, and I hold myself back, and it's just self-belief. I start believing in myself more. I start believing I can do it. That's all I have to do, man, and we're going to see. Why not me? Why not you, right? Why not? Again, man, whenever I first thought about posting content on here, it's just a journal. It still is just a journal for myself to look back. But it was always like, that would be cool if I could get some subscribers. But I never thought I'd be someone that could, because I'm not that funny. I'm not that entertaining. I'm not that good looking that people want to look at the camera and look at me every day, right? All these different things of self-doubt that don't matter. Who cares? Who cares if you don't think you can? At first, it's not going to work. You're going to get no views. You're going to get no subscribers. You're going to get no followers. People aren't going to mess with you. But then you just keep showing up. And then you find your way. And then you find something else. And you find something that people resonate with. And then it just becomes, man, YouTube is now a part of me, of who I am now. YouTube, like, when I think about myself, I think about trading, YouTube, working out, running, like YouTube is a part of me now. I can't even not trade anymore, or I can't even not post anymore. When I was first doing it, there would be like sometimes a week where I wouldn't post, and there'd be like, now it is just a part of my being, of my routine. That's all it takes. It's just like trading. Trading is a part of my routine. Monday through Friday, if the market is open and it's not some bank holiday or some weird news day, I am trading. I'm looking at the market. I'm looking for opportunity. I'm looking to learn. I'm looking to get better. I'm looking to journal every single day, regardless. Because now it's not even I got to wake up at 9:30, or not 9:30. I got to wake up at 8:30 and look at the market by 9:30 and trade and whatever. It's part of who I am. It's not work. It's not a job. It's not hard work. It's just I want to. I'm excited. I'm not itching to take a trade, but it's a part of who I am now. And that's all it takes. It's momentum. It's consistency. Momentum and consistency is all you need to get to where you want to be, because you just start showing up, you start doing it, and then it starts becoming you. I go to the gym, try and go to the gym at least 5 times a week. It's just becoming a part of it. I close this chart out, post this video, and I go eat food, and I go to the gym, and then I go for a run, and then I repeat it all again because it's just part of my being, right? If you want something, just start forcing it to be you. If you want to start posting, just start forcing yourself to post, because then eventually you're going to like it. Start forcing yourself to go on runs, because eventually it's going to be a part of you. Start forcing yourself to read your Bible, because then it's going to be a part of you, right? Just start forcing yourself to be the person you want to be, and eventually you will be, because there is no secret. There's no secret formula. There's no mystery. There's no mystery, red pill, blue pill. There's nothing like that. It's just show up, start doing something, and eventually it'll work out. So I don't know why I went on this motivational rant, but I felt like it. And I really hope that at least one person takes action and says, you know what, I'm going to start doing something that makes me a little bit uncomfortable, or something new. It doesn't even have to be uncomfortable, just something new. What's something new? Posting on YouTube, posting on TikTok, posting on Instagram. Maybe journaling your trades. Maybe you hadn't been journaling your trades. You've been lazy about that. Start journaling your trades. Maybe it's just something else entirely. Going on runs, going to the gym more, eating better, right? Do something that makes you uncomfortable. Right now, what can I do that makes myself more uncomfortable? I can start eating more food, or eating better quality food. I ate ice cream the last 2 days. What am I doing, man? I could eat better quality food. Or how about this? This is what I want to do. I want to start, and this is going to be a lot, man, and this is the thing. If you're always trying to do different things, it doesn't have to all happen at once. If you try and start everything at once, it's not going to be possible. When I did this YouTube, now this YouTube is in such a rhythm, it's in such a flow that I don't even have to think about it. I just start recording, start talking, boom, 20, 30, 40 minutes, done, cool, post it. That's part of my day. And then I go run, gym, whatever. What do I have right now that I do? I show up to the charts every day, boom, rhythm. I go to the gym every day, boom, rhythm. I run every day, boom, rhythm, right? I post these videos every day, boom, rhythm. That didn't just happen overnight. I didn't just wake up and start running, working out, trading, and posting videos all in the same day. It wouldn't be possible, because it'd be too much. I've tried it before. I've tried to have that daily routine where it's like, cool, I'm going to wake up here, and then I'm going to do this, then I'm going to read this, then I'm going to do this, then and if you try and do all these different things at once, it's never going to work. Start building one thing and then build the next thing. It takes time. It takes 30 days to build a habit. So do 30 days of something. I'm going to wake up and I'm going to journal every single one of my trades for 30 days. And then boom, that's a habit now. You got that one. If you start slipping, just do it again, right? I'm going to run every day for 30 days. I'm going to go to the gym every day for 30 days. It becomes a habit. Maybe try 60. I really think it takes a little bit more than 30 days from my personal experience, right? So what do I want to do? I'm doing those 4 things, but I can do so much more. What do I want to start doing? I want to get my Discord made so I can have a free Discord that I can live trade, because I want to live trade to keep myself accountable. I've been lazy about making the Discord. I've been lazy. I'm just going to call myself out. I thought I was going to make it in January. It's harder than I thought. I don't really understand how to do it. So if anybody's watching this and they know how to make a Discord, get in contact with me. DM me on Twitter, Diego B Trades. DM me or send a message on YouTube. I'll find it. I'll send you guys like a phone number or something. Or my Discord. I want to go and make a Discord. So if someone knows how, please help me out, because one, I'm a little bit lazy to learn, and also it's just a little bit complicated. I'm not really good with tech. I want to build a Discord out that I can start live trading. So then what else am I adding to these 4 things that I already had? Live trading every morning. Boom. That's a 5th piece. Live trading, not every morning, maybe like 2-3 times a week. Boom. Free live streams. That's something I wanted to do for a long time, to hold myself accountable, and then, just kind of talk about the charts. Boom, that's another piece, because I have time. I'm trading anyways. Why not live trade, right? What else do I want to do? I want to eat better. I want to eat more protein. I want to just get ripped. I want to get lean. I want to get big. I want to get strong. I want to feel great, right? I'm not doing that right now. Why am I not doing that? Well, I don't really have the money to buy good foods. Honestly, that's really it. So what do I need to do? I need to go get a job, right? I used to work. I had money saved up. I'm starting to run low, man. I need to go get a job. I need to get something, right? So that's 6 things, but I can't do all these at once. I can't start eating better. I can't start live streaming. I can't start getting a job. I can't do all these things at once. So I got to pick one thing, do it, pick the next, do it, right? What else do I want to do? I want to start posting on my own personal channel. I want to start posting other personal content. That's number 6 or 8. And then what else do I want to do? I want to start posting on TikTok and Instagram and start trying to grow on there because a personal brand is always beneficial. So those are some things that I can do that I know that I'm being lazy about. When I get off the charts and when I'm done gym, working out, eating all this stuff, and I go scroll on my phone, I could go work a job. I could go make some TikToks, right? Because each TikTok could be like a lottery ticket. You never know, right? This last 10, 15 minutes of this video has just all been really to myself, man. These videos I'm talking to myself, man. But I know that if I'm saying this to myself, there's 100 of you guys that want to hear this too and need to hear it. So I really hope that you guys get something from this. And again, it doesn't have to be anything I've said. It could be something you want to do. Maybe you want to read more. Maybe you want to write more. Maybe you want to paint more. Maybe you want to, whatever you want to do, man. Start doing it and make it part of your routine. A really good book. I don't know if it's down here. It's not down here. It's called The Art of War or The War of Art. War of Art. The War of Art. Buy this book. Buy this book, dude. It will change your life. Buy this book. It's unbelievable, especially if you like creative stuff. It's a great book. One of the best books ever. It was recommended on like a Joe Rogan podcast. Such a good book. And that's why I started making YouTube videos. That's why I want to make different channels. That's why I want to do TikTok. That's why I want to do. I have so many ideas that I haven't done because I've been lazy, and it's because I think it's a law of the universe. Something that you really want to do that you feel resist. It talks about in the book. Talks about resistance. Resistance. The things that you want to do, that you know you want to do, you're gonna always feel this great resistance behind it because it's something that. Once you start doing, it will come to you, and it's something that you're supposed to do, but there's always going to be resistance with the hard things and things that are worth it. So take action. Try and do one thing. Let me know in the comments. Tell me one thing that you guys want to do that's a goal of yours, that you want to become a part of your routine, be part of who you are, right? Name one thing you want to do that's who you are. Maybe you want to quit a substance. Maybe you want to start working out more. Maybe you want to start eating more healthy. Maybe you want to start being more whatever. Spending more time with your family. Give me one thing that you want to become part of your identity in the comments, and let's all get after it, man, because life is too short, man. You're going to look back at a year's going to pass, and you're going to be in a relatively same spot. You're going to be. You're going to be in the same spot you were a year ago if you don't start building yourself to be who you want to be. It just takes 30, 60 days to become part of your routine, and then you just start stacking all the things you want in your life. You start customizing yourself, and then boom, now you have this, that, and everything else, and now it's part of who you are, right? Really just had to get that off my chest and just talk to myself, man, and just try and tell myself, stop being lazy, start doing, man, start doing it now, because a year's gonna go by again. I've already spent a year on this YouTube channel, and that's great. I've gotten better at this YouTube channel. I've gotten better at trading, but I could have done so much more if I would have just stopped waiting. And I don't know why I found all this passion to say it right now, that stop waiting. Tomorrow is going to be here. But right now is today. So do something today to make tomorrow better, and you will not regret it. No one has ever regretted eating better, working out more, making more money. Nobody has ever regretted those things. Just be a good person, be honest, try your hardest, and show up each day and try and get better. I love everyone. I don't want to make this video any longer. I will see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully you guys had a great day. Peace.